EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. That's fielded in the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Ready? 95, 56. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Ready, take.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He's brought down by
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And complete right side to Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Smith catches left side. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Saints spent a 3rd-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Breeze now to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want to touch it either in the run.
Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Saints take over. Let's go, bring it up at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
53.
On 2nd and 7, Breeze. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Breeze now. That's caught. It's Thomas. Called that a very strong gain of 24. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Running with Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
Yellow lady. Hey, easy. 21. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Hey. High 7. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Tackle. 5-1.
Breeze now on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Freeman a 1st down and more. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And finally brought down at the 43. The end result, 21 yards. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. It was P.J. Williams that time on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line.
And Ito Smith was a little bit of a surprise in 2018. Got unexpected playing time due to the absence of Devontae Freeman. Took full advantage of it at 27 catches.
And Freeman lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 44, Breeze. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Saints take over.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. And Josh Hill has it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
That is caught at the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Breeze. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
14.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantee.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 54 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
At the Saints' 14-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Throwing now is Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
13. That's me, boy. Hey, easy. 52. Blue down.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Ryan. His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
They've done an excellent job blanketing Julio Jones here in the first half. That's just his 2nd catch. So as they head into halftime, the Falcons have to ask this question of themselves. How do we get the ball to number 11?
From the shotgun, Ryan. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here's Ryan to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. There's Breeze. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Breeze going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. We saw this franchise do this back in the 2009 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the 2nd half with an onside kick. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway.
Hey, Tuesday.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Gets it off to Freeman. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
It's 22. It's just me and you. 51, Tom. Back.
Again, Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
I got
throwing again on second down. Ryan over the middle to Smith. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
Check. Fresno.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Ready, Blue 80. Check. Blue 80. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check 4. 58. Check 52.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
61, matchbox lights.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He'll let it fly. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Ready.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throw left side complete. It's Smith. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9. Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Hey, easy. 11.
Breeze to throw again. And that's caught by Smith. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Again, it's Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way. Take some time off the...
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Von Bell. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. From the 41, Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So here we go on fourth down with Breeze. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13 and the decision to go. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, 280, check. Squish, double.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
I got it. 51. 47.
From the 39, Ryan. Stocker's got it. Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Hey, South. 47 the mic. Good trap.
Ryan now to throw on third down. And he's got Sanu. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and 15 now. Ryan looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Freeman. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
And it's 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Check cross, check cross, check cross.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down. On first down, Breeze. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Breeze again. This is caught inside the 15. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Obviously, this has now been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now Breeze. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Grady Jarrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. On 2nd and goal, Breeze. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Breeze now. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
52, Saints 17. Matt Bryant set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Check it back.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. To throw is Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.